everyone, you're listening to Fantasy NBA Good, the greatest fantasy basketball podcast of all time. My name is Purity. Of course, as always, I'm not alone.
Hi guys, I'm back. Did you say this is episode number 42?
Not yet. You just said it. Episode 42.
And Purity is back.
Yes.
And
I'm back to regain our listeners who left because of the last episode. We were not entertaining as much, so sorry about that.
You mean I was not entertaining?
That's right. Yeah. But you are great. I'm not saying that.
I went for 90 minutes last episode. I just got lost. Like I didn't podcast for such a long time, and then like a kid in a candy store, I just started talking and
talking.
When I looked at the time, it was on 1 hour 30 minutes.
That's amazing. I could never talk that long.
That's not amazing.
Alone.
It was boring.
You could have just saved some minutes for me, but okay. So what are we talking about today? Do there no fun basketball news that I know of? No.
I don't know. Are there any basketball news that you know of?
Just that Karl Anthony Towns has a girlfriend, that's it. They've been together for 2 years now almost.
So that's the news that is 2 years old now.
Yeah, 2 years.
So if you want to hear news that are 2 and...
You know why I'm saying that?
Older than 2 years and old and older, just come to this podcast. And you won't miss a beat.
No, that's not why I'm saying. Of course everybody knows that. I'm just saying they're still together because you never know with this basketball.
So the news
players.
is that they're still together.
That's a good news.
So like if you say
fingers crossed,
this or that player is still alive, that's a news.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe it, but there are some people out there who are obsessed about this. Couples, I don't know, basketball players and their girlfriends or celebrities.
Okay, I have Karl Anthony Towns in my Dynasty League since his rookie season, and I love him very much, but he's boring. And why does anybody want to know about his private life?
He has a YouTube channel where he shows his private life. Did you know?
Why? Why is anyone interested in Cat? I mean,
he's really not as boring or anything. He's making jokes. He's funny actually. I never knew Kananta is a comedian.
Like a cat jokes?
Yes, like a really nice, loving jokes. He's really and I'm saying this because if you're thinking maybe there's some leagues maybe no one owns Karl Anthony Towns, grab him because he's happy he will perform.
In what?
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Is there a league that Karl Anthony Towns is not 100% owned?
Yeah, that was just kind of.
It's like a league with maybe like 2 players, 2 teams, and every team has 2 players.
That's right. He's right. Sorry about that.
Or maybe 3, the most.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so what else? What else is happening?
Well, today we're gonna try to be more fun because this last episode we lost all the listenership. I guess I don't know. I haven't checked.
Please
I'm
come back.
To check.
Do not give up on us.
If you know someone who left, just
bring them back.
Call him. Yeah, beg him to come back.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna try to.
And I will try to be available.
Yeah, you can record from your lunch break.
That's right. I will record from work. It's much fun anyway.
So we can. I mean, we will. We'll have like a lighter episode. No statistics, projections, ranks.
No numbers.
What numbers?
Ranks. That's a number, right?
Okay, I mean, I thought you were like saying no numbers at all. Like we cannot mention numbers.
No.
So we're gonna talk about how to prepare for your draft, for all types of draft and what to do and
what not to do.
Okay, that you're gonna tell us what not to do because
yes, I'll tell you what
and
not to do.
We're gonna talk about you just took over a Dynasty Fantasy basketball team.
Finally, after I've been praying, I've been asking for someone to put me in a league, it finally happened. So yes, I took over. Someone just I guess get fed up with Fantasy
Yeah,
Dynasty, and I have a team, and I can say my team is really good. I think I'm gonna be second or third, which is enough for me. So
yeah. The moment you're second from a bottom.
okay, I will
Okay,
build it up.
and
So
we
don't
will
worry about
talk
that.
about it when.
Yeah.
And the last we're gonna talk about some new movies that we watched, basketball movies from this year and from the last year, right? That we didn't talk about.
Yes. Oh, can you talk about the movies now?
No, we're gonna leave that for the end.
Oh, the end. Okay, great.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about how to prepare for for your draft, even though we didn't prepare for talking about how to prepare for draft.
Yes,
We
we're just gonna
whatever comes to
our head or what we do, what we are doing to our.
what do you do? I know what I do. Like I've been doing it for 21 years. 21 years. What do you do?
You get rid of old players.
No, how do you mean you get rid of old players? And we're not talking
Drop.
Dynasty League.
Oh,
We're
not
talking
Dynasty. Okay, generally. Okay, I
what to
didn't
do
know
to
that.
prepare for draft.
Well,
Like it doesn't count. It doesn't count. You cannot say ask your husband or boyfriend to draft for you. That doesn't count. So
well, you just
because the majority of our listeners are guys, so I don't think it would be really helpful if they ask their girlfriends to draft
yeah.
instead
Okay.
of them.
But you draft.
But do you remember once, like it was 2 years ago, in your league, I drafted for you and our friend and myself.
Yeah.
That
did
was
that.
that was the that was really exhausting draft.
Pressure. It was. I couldn't do it. No, I don't know how he did it. So bravo.
And I actually
mean,
did.
for you.
I think I was the worst of. Was I like the last of three of us? I had
yeah.
like the worst
Yeah.
worst record. It was the Corona season, I think,
Yeah.
and I finished. I think, or I don't remember actually. Yeah, I think I was the last of three, or maybe it doesn't matter.
I
So,
don't even know. I think in the middle.
what to do to prepare for draft? So usually, well, actually not usually, but you have three types of leagues. If you're playing points league, what do you do? Because you're playing points. Okay, they are not the most popular, but
you pick. Yeah, points league. Okay, you pick the one who gives you more points. That's the point. You pick the one who will be.
I'm asking you how do you prepare
for
draft?
Prepare.
Not how you draft. What do you do before draft?
Well, you go through your first pick and you look at the person who you think will be great for your league, like points league, who will bring you the points. That's what I do. Science.
But like, do you know that, for example, Yahoo has bundled
yeah.
all the leagues together, so their rankings are made of all the drafts that people do there, which can be fantasy points leagues, roto leagues, head-to-head, one win, custom
That's
leagues.
true.
So they bundled all together and they try to make these rankings that will suit all these leagues, which is impossible. And if you're going by their rankings,
it's never the same.
No, you're gonna be really bad. So just do not
saying.
use their rankings. ADP is maybe a little bit more helpful, but just those are the things that you should use only during the draft to see what other people are seeing in front of them, because they're looking at that list, and most of people are picking from the list. So you can use that to see what other people are seeing and what they are about to do, what they're planning to do, but you have to be smarter than them and do not go by that Yahoo. Now it's called expert rank. Before it was called, I don't know, pre-rank, or rank. They're just changing every year. So for fantasy points leagues, you have to, if you're playing classic Yahoo fantasy point league,
my favorite.
Yeah, classic one. then you have to know that rankings, those rankings have nothing to do with category leagues, with roto leagues, and that there are many players that are much better in fantasy points leagues than players than they are in those same players there in the category leagues, because in fantasy points leagues there are no percentages. So if someone has really bad percentages, that doesn't matter in fantasy points leagues. For example, I don't know, De'Aaron Fox, he has bad percentage. He's not shooting free throws. He's awful at shooting free throws. Also Luka Doncic, also Domas Sabonis, I don't know, Julius Randles. Those are some, I'm just naming some players who are much better in fantasy points league. So what you have to do, just make a list. It's simple. Like, you can find those players listening to many podcasts or like just browsing internet. Find those players, make a list, and
Go through
put
your list.
as many players on that. Okay, not as many, but like put, let's say, I don't know, 40, 50 players on the list,
Yeah.
because people will be watching that expert rank or ADP, and it has nothing to do with what you're doing to, in order to win your league. So make your list.
Yeah, that's right. Make your list and you try to pick through going
On Yahoo,
according to
you
your
can
list.
always go make that draft order. You go and make draft order if you don't want to deal with paper, but
Yeah. Okay, and in
So-
Dynasty, that's points league.
okay, let's something, let's say other things. What else you can do? You can listen to a podcast
Yeah.
to prepare. You can read articles.
Yeah.
You can, what else?
You can follow these people who are good at fantasy,
Yeah,
who write about a website or something. Go through their website, see what they're saying,
actually,
compare.
Twitter. Like if
Yeah.
you're playing.
Yeah, Twitter is the best.
If you're
best too.
yeah. Most of analysts are on Twitter, and
Yeah.
Twitter is the best for if you want to get quick info, if you want to get in touch, ask a question, and so
Yeah. Or send them an inbox. They always reply to me when I have a question about
yeah, I
fantasy.
don't think they
Josh.
like being inboxed. Like, I think they just
Oh yeah,
comment.
don't do that. Okay, yeah. Just go through the Twitter wall and ask them.
Yeah,
That's it.
do not stop people. What else? What else you can do?
Well, that's it. What
There are
else? I can't
sites.
think of anything.
Yesterday, these projections that I did, they were projections from hashtag basketball, hashtagbasketball.com. It's a free website where you can find so many helpful fantasy basketball tools. They're good, and everything is free, and you can do so many things. They have. We'll go there. You'll see they have almost everything. Like there are others, but you have to pay for this.
Well, yeah. Well, if you don't have money, so don't just go to Hash Basket. What did you say? What is it called?
Hashtag basketball.
Ah,
Yeah, but
hashtag
it doesn't have to like. It's I don't know. It's more fun if you do it by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Like if someone just gives you a list and tells you, okay, this is the list, just go by the list, then
No, do research. One other thing. Do research. Don't go by one person, second person, third person. Go at least as many people as possible. Compare the list, and you will make the right decision.
Because that's how Purity
What?
doesn't do it.
Well, I have help. If you have someone to help you, that's good too. So I am also. I'm gonna make a list. So this time I'm gonna be prepared. So don't worry about that. I'm not gonna ask people for help this time. Do it alone.
So yeah, if you're playing the category league, there are like two types of category leagues. You have every category
Blocks.
is a win, and you have one win. Yesterday we
Yeah.
talked about that. Like you win, who wins more categories gets a win.
Okay.
That's yeah. You for if you want to be good at these type of leagues, you have to prepare your punt strategy. I know that there are some people that do not like to punt, but like really, if you want to make it easier on yourself to win, and not just easier, like you will have much more chances if you decide to punt. Now it depends on your league, how many categories you have in the league. It depends. Also yesterday we've been talking about that. If it's one win, then it's a hard punt. Then you're punting hard punt, meaning you're punting more categories. Soft punt meaning you're punting one, two categories. The most also. Again, I'm saying depends on your on the number of categories your league has. I know some leagues have. I've been in a league with, I don't know, over 10 categories, more than that. So depending on that, you will punt more or less categories. And when you're punting, your strategy, some people will tell you decide on a punt strategy after first several rounds. This just doesn't work for me. I like to be prepared. I like to know most of the leagues, not most, all the leagues that I play, I know my position on drafts weeks before draft, so I have a time to think of who I'm going to draft first, the player that I'm going to draft first, and to prepare according to my punt strategy. I'm going to draft player, and I'm going to continue drafting according to my punt strategy. Punt strategy means that you draft certain players and you avoid certain players, and of course you draft certain categories, and of course you avoid certain categories. Also, just a few short explanation for people who haven't punted before. If you want to punt, for example, just give me some category, any category. So blocks. Okay, you're punting blocks. That means that you're generally gonna when you're punting, that doesn't mean that you are trying and attempting to be bad at that category. It just means that you don't care about category. You're drafting like that category doesn't exist. Okay, so you're punting blocks. Generally, you're gonna avoid players that, I mean, you won't draft players that are good at blocks, which are what position?
What position?
Centers.
Centers.
Usually centers, power forwards, usually centers that are good in blocks. Okay, not all centers are good in blocks, but
yeah, not all of them. So what do you do?
Well, you're not avoid those that are if they're bad in blocks. That means that they're good in some other category that you're not punting. You know, like if for example, who we have that doesn't have a lot of blocks. Just off the top of my mind, give me some example. Because in my team, every center in my dynasty league, like this is the category that I'm best, and I'm just chasing that category all the time. Blocks. Okay, John Collins is not such a great at blocks. So yeah, he's like around 1 point something, which is actually not bad, but Okay, that's the point. Like I just cannot at the moment come up with. DeAndre Ayton is not good at blocks, but he has a lot of rebounds. Maybe you're chasing rebounds. You want to be good at. Maybe your league has offensive and defensive rebounds, so that's a category that you want. So. And,
That's true.
And the last is roto leagues. In roto leagues, you cannot punt. In roto leagues, there are no shortcuts in roto leagues. If these were all some sort of shortcuts, how to be good, how to win the league with easier way. Okay, like let's call it like that. Like punting is like helps you win the league. And
easier.
Well,
quickly.
Yeah. How do you mean quickly? How like league starts and in a month you already won the league. It's like it's kind of shortcut, helps you to win the league. You know, it's but in roto league you have to be good in every category. Only thing that is like you can do some soft punt and that like maybe later during the season, but like when you're entering a roto league and you're drafting in a roto league, just you cannot afford to be to have a category that you're going to be worst at or even two. That's then you're done. You cannot. You have to be like decent good in all categories, and in some of them you have to be a best in order to at the end of the season to win the league.
Great tips. I must say, I'm also taking these tips. I'm also learning because this is my first time running a league.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Nothing comes to my mind. For me, listening to the podcasts, it's the easiest way, you know, and like.
But also, podcasts also they don't not 100% sure, so don't be relying on that also.
Okay, yeah. This is something that you have to pay attention, because if you are a podcast addict, fantasy basketball podcast addict, if you're listening all the fantasy basketball podcasts like I do, you're gonna be listening some people. You're not confused. You're gonna listen to some people that are really good. And you're gonna and some people that will give you tips that are like mostly like I don't know 80% correct. You're gonna be listening some people who are decent, who are gonna give you like 50-50, you know. If you know, when they're talking about players, they tell you something about that player, and like it doesn't, in 50% of chances it happens, it doesn't happen. And you're going to listen to some really bad people who do not know what they're talking about, and you will know if you are an experienced fantasy basketball player, you will know, okay, this guy is the best. I'm not going to name names. This guy, he's like mediocre, and this guy, he's really bad. But you're listening to like over 10 podcasts. There are over 10 fantasy basketball podcasts, like between 10 and 15, I don't know, right now more close to 15. And all of those informations are gonna just get mixed in your head, and then when the draft comes, you're about to draft a player, and now you're thinking, this guy that is really good, the guy who knows what he's talking about, did he say that this player was good? Or maybe this guy who is bad, who doesn't know what he's saying, did he maybe say this guy is good? So you don't know, who, like some little infos, it gets confused in your head. Like there is really no reason to listen to people who do not know what they are talking about. But like, if you are an addict, you have like me, you just listen every podcast, and then it makes mess in your head, and that's not something I would recommend. But like every addiction, well, that's why you're listening to this podcast. We're not the best podcasts out there. If you're not an addict, fantasy basketball podcast addict, you won't be listening to us.
That's right, but I think we're good. We're not that bad. Of course. Average.
So you got your first dynasty fantasy basketball team.
Yes. Well,
And you were lucky. You got really good team. The guy who left you this team, he built a really good team. He was drafting and bringing young players, like only young players. That was his strategy, and he has been doing that for years now. And now when he's about to be, I think that this season, if he continued playing, he would be really good. But
why didn't you tell him that? Maybe he would have
he
stayed.
knows his experience. But okay, so who are you? So you what is your plan? You in our league, maximum number of players that you can keep is 13, minimum is 11. And depending on that, if you keep all 13, you cannot draft players. If you keep 12, you are just in a first round of draft. If you keep 11, then you're in both first and second. So who did you have?
Well, I have a De'Aaron Fox.
Are you happy with him?
Yes, I like him. Yeah, he's great. He's killing it. I have Ben Simmons.
What do you think about Ben Simmons? Is he gonna be playing some basketball this year, or is he gonna be chasing Kardashians? Is he still dating?
No, they broke up.
So he's not gonna play basketball. He's not dating any girl. What is he going to do this year?
He's just taking care of his dog, which is good. He
has a dog?
Yeah, very nice.
How do you know that?
On his Instagram. So he posts his dog on his Instagram.
What kind of dog?
Black one. I don't know the breed.
Black one. That's the dog breed of a dog. How is it breed? Dog.
He looks like Boja but black.
Boja is a golden retriever, and there are no golden retrievers are golden.
Okay, then I don't know. I don't know. Just go to his Instagram. You'll see. You know dogs.
He's Australian. Maybe some Australian dog.
Maybe.
What if you're from Australia?
And he's young.
Which kind of dogs are? He's not that young anymore. He's like Ben Simmons is, I think, 25. Yeah, I think he's 25.
Okay, I have like a whole list to go around.
He's 25. Okay,
you're gonna spend time talking. Darius Garland.
Are you happy about him? Are you keeping him?
No, that one. I don't know.
You're not keeping Darius Garland?
Okay, yes, I'm keeping him. What am I saying? But didn't I drop some people here?
No.
What? I did.
Who else? This is just a list. This is not your Yahoo roster page.
I have Chris Paul.
Do you think he's survived the season? His legs are gonna be still attached to his body at the end of the season. He's like almost my age.
Definitely gonna drop him.
He's like 70 years old.
Terry Rozier was gonna be good. He was traded, right?
No, he just signed a new huge contract, 4 years contract with.
I mean, where he is right now, he's good. So that's what I meant.
Wow,
he was in
with
Boston.
That money, he's probably good anywhere on a planet.
Emmanuel Quickly, I'll drop
Quickly.
Emmanuel Quickly, okay, that's name.
Yeah, just quickly drop him.
I will quickly drop him. DeMar DeRozan, I'm not sure. Okay, I'll keep him. Michael Beasley, he's gonna go. This one, Lugent Dot is going.
Why was he charged last year? He didn't play because he was at he had that thing on his leg. How do you call that? In English. Yeah, but how do you call it? Yeah, he was in house arrest having that. What did he do? Like he
beat up some girlfriend or what?
Yeah, or someone.
They had like a fight and he was reported. Oh, maybe he hit someone when he was drunk, something like that, right?
Yeah, I cannot remember. I thought you know.
Me too. No, I don't like to follow him. He's nobody. Okay. Kawhi Leonard.
Lugens Dort. You're not keeping him? What is he? Is he German? Lugens Dort? Lugensdorf.
It looks, yeah, it sounds German. Jason Tatum definitely.
What are you gonna do about
him.
Kawhi?
Kawhi, I'll keep him. I don't know.
He's not playing the whole
What do you mean?
season.
What?
He's injured.
Okay, then definitely, yeah, put him in the injured list and bring someone. What else to do? Jason Tatum,
Tatum.
Jason Tatum, keeping him. Jason Tate. Okay, I don't know about him. Duncan Robinson, definitely going. Rui Hachimura going.
Where is he going?
Out.
Out.
Out of my team, out of my list. Rui Hachimura, we'll see. Joel Embiid is staying. Jaren Jackson Jr. he's staying. James Wiseman, he's definitely staying. So
you think
that's how I'm
he's also this James Wiseman also at the moment injured? Kind of something is wrong with him.
Well, he's everybody injured. Who's gonna be playing?
Ben Simmons.
Then that's bad news for me. Then that means I will drop these people who are injured to bring more people. That's the only way.
Since you have a second pick on the draft, you cannot draft Cade Cunningham. That's for sure. He's going number one.
Number one. So
you have options either Green or Jalen Green or Evan Mobley.
Jalen Green. I don't know. Maybe Jalen Green. Okay. Jalen Green, not Jaren. Okay, Jalen Green, like Jalen Brown. There is Jalen Brown, right?
Yeah, and there is another Jalen. There are three Jalens in this draft. Draft class, if I'm not mistaken. There are three Jalens.
So I'm weighing my options between that Jalen guy.
You can just start collecting Jalens. You have a team of like 13 Jalens in your league. In your team.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna decide when that time comes. I'm not 100% sure. You see, this is what happens when you're in a draft. You can never be sure. So we'll see.
Well, at least you know like who has a dog and who still has a girlfriend, and that can be useful in fantasy.
No. Anyway, I have been out of social networks, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Now let's finish off with movies. I love movies, so let's go. So which movies that we watched that are kind of related to basketball? I mean, basketball movies. That's what I'm talking about.
They're not related to basketball. They are literally movies about
basketball. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, exactly. So
we watched the Space Jam 2, and we watched Uncle Drew
with Kyrie Irving. Yeah.
And if you haven't watched any of these two movies, what would you recommend?
The one to go watch, but Uncle Drew, I would watch it again, over and over again, like if I had
really over and over again.
Well, yeah, it was fun for me. Like it was funny, and the way it was throughout. They were just joking, making jokes, making you laugh, making you enjoying the whole movie, like from start to finish. It was just jokes.
Actually, Space Jam is it wasn't funny.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean,
what I expected.
I can watch any basketball movie, like any, and it just was. I don't know. It's for me, like that first part is still a little bit better, but even the first part, I don't know. I was 8th grade when I watched that first part.
I don't even know what age I was.
It was nothing special, like, and I don't know, like, for you, because they don't show Looney Tunes in Kenya.
Yes.
Like how, at least for me, that was the fun part, because I grew up on Looney Tunes, and like how did you enjoy that if you don't know who the Bugs Bunny is, who the all these characters from the cartoon?
I have no idea. I just watched. because it was Jordan, and people were saying it's a good movie. It's a good movie. So
You're talking about okay, yeah,
the first
Jordan
part.
first. Okay, yeah, the second part. Yeah,
Second part was I kind of knew the characters now. So
so you knew the Looney Tunes characters from the
first one.
from the space
Yeah,
space Jam.
that's how I caught up with the movie and with the characters. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Uncle Drew is it's funnier, more interesting.
Young Blood.
It's like it's Space Jam. It's like it's kids movie. It's for.
But he didn't do bad. I think LeBron did it well. Like for the first time, he tried it. He was better than Jordan, definitely.
You think he was? You think he was better than Kyrie or?
Kyrie was much better. Kyrie, I don't know.
But
Kyrie
do you
was.
think because that was not Kyrie's first movie? Actually, it was his first movie, but he used to do this Uncle Drew. How many episodes? Like
oh yeah. I think he had more practice.
These commercials that he did.
Yeah.
He used to do that over the years.
Yeah, I think he had more training. What do you say? Practice. You know, practice makes perfect. So I think LeBron should have taken acting class or something.
I think that I think I heard that he did. Like he was really preparing. Like it's LeBron. I mean, he.
Yeah, that's true.
He was preparing, and it's really sad if he was really preparing, and this is how. Yeah. This is his best acting. Then like he should stop. But like. I don't know if you watched when the Shaq Aladdin, yeah, when the Shaq is genie.
Aladdin is good. I mean, no, Shaquille O'Neal is great actor.
Well, I'm saying like Shaq was really bad in that movie, and now like he got better in acting throughout the years. He's been in many movies.
Yeah.
And in that first movie, he was really bad, you know. And
yeah, Shaq is really funny.
Yeah, Shaq was in Uncle Drew.
Yeah, he was too. Yeah, Shaq was. And with this other guy, I don't know what his name.
It was Reggie Miller, Chris Webber, and Nate Robinson, and Lisa Leslie, of course, Lisa Leslie.
Yeah. And so definitely, if you haven't watched it, go on. But I think everybody has watched it by now. But if you haven't, I will recommend those two movies definitely. But they don't make a lot of basketball movies. I don't know why. They should though. Every year.
We watched.
What?
Before that, it was a kind of basketball movie with Adam Sandler and Kevin Garnett and
he was bad. No, I didn't enjoy that movie.
It's like I cannot even remember but it was not like it was better than Space Jam. What?
No, Space Jam. Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Adam Sandler was much better. But
we talked about it.
But it's Adam Sandler. I mean, he's an actor. Of course, he's gonna be better than LeBron. Like, he's gonna make the movie much better. Of course.
But I'm not sure about it. He's much better than LeBron.
I mean, he's a better actor.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's Adam Sandler. I mean, what can you say? So, that's it. Go watch if you haven't. So.
Okay, young blood. let's wrap up this podcast episode.
42.
We did our best, but we are obviously out of shape, out of podcasting
but, I mean,
shape.
We are not comedians. What do we expect? We're not Kevin Hart.
He used to be much better.
Well, yeah.
At least a little bit better. Used to.
Well, that's what happens when you don't podcast for months. You need to be doing it like maybe once in a month or twice. I don't know. So we're gonna try this if life is not gonna be so busy. I mean, gonna find time and definitely do it more so that we get not out of shape and make you entertain, guys, make you enjoy fantasy. Fantasy doesn't have to be boring. It's really interesting.
Who says that? Who like?
I mean, podcast.
Fantasy.
Some podcasts are boring, but it doesn't have to be boring. It has to be fun and interesting, and that's why we are here.
Well, everybody has a podcast nowadays, so
yeah.
Majority of people in the world are boring. So if
that's true.
It's like
definitely
saying.
So yeah, definitely we appreciate for sticking with us. So thank you for listening, and we'll try and do another episode.
You know how
soon.
people have these Patreons
Yeah.
where people pay them to do like some special episodes and to listen to them. We'll have to start paying people to listen to us. It's gonna be like reverse Patreon. If you listen to us, you get some money, because that's the only way that we
You're gonna keep
maintain some listeners, get some.
and keep doing it regularly. Yeah. Okay, we'll think about that. We'll definitely think about
We should
it.
have definitely drunk coffee before this podcast, like a double dose of coffee.
Double espresso or double cappuccino.
It's
I love
espresso,
cappuccino.
it's not espresso.
Okay, express.
No, it's espresso.
Espresso. Okay. Oh, I'm having lessons on how to pronounce coffee. I mean, it's my accent. I have an.
It's not accent. It's just there is no K. It's espresso.
Okay, noted. Espresso. Huh? Yeah.
My God, should I just cut this because like
Okay. Cappuccino.
espresso?
Espresso.
Yeah, like
and
España,
cappuccino,
espresso. But
macchiato.
I mean, it's Italian. It's not Spain, but
Yeah. So thank you for listening. Until next time. Signing off.
no, we're not signing off. We have to plug our
Oh yeah, that's true.
addresses and everything.
Okay, go ahead because I don't know if
Last time I
remember.
couldn't remember the name of our website. Can you remember? Not, I
Fantasy.
mean address.
Fantasy NBA got .com.
.com? No, it's fantasynbagoat.weebly.com. Weebly
yeah.
spelled with WEEBLY. Then on social networks.
You can find us on social networks. That is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and of course our handle is Fantasy NBA Goat. Simple. You can never miss us. And you can listen to our podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. That is Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox. I am at Castbox, actually.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, Castbox. Also, TuneIn, Stitcher, wherever you get a podcast.
Are you happy with that Castbox? I don't know how many people.
Very happy. It's the best. I cannot.
Castbox.
I mean,
if you want to promote.
Yeah,
purity.
if you yes, Castbox, definitely I'll recommend it.
If you want to buy her some sense of humor, just contact her.
That's true. No, worried. Okay, signing off
and
until next.
Did we finish? Yeah,
yes.
We did. We said everything.
Yes, I think we said everything. Website. Yeah, that's it.
That's it, guys.
See you on the next episode.
Yeah, bye.
Bye for now.
So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.